I'm here at the CFEP National Economic Forum 2026 held at the CIPM Auditorium in Colombo, where policymakers, analysts and industry leaders are engaging in crucial conversations on the nation's post-IMF trajectory. I'm Niranjana Rashmi for The Day News Global, and let's hear from some of the leading voices of today's conversation. So joining me now is Dr. Indrajith Kumaraswami, former governor of Central Bank of Sri Lanka and one of the prominent economic voices in the country at this moment. So Dr. Indrajith, I want to ask you to start with, in simple terms, where does Sri Lanka stand right now economically? Are we moving forward, or are there still major risks ahead?
If you asked me this question about 4 months ago, I would have said that we had moved forward very decisively in a very positive direction as far as macroeconomic policy making is concerned. Historically, successive bouts of macroeconomic stress have held Sri Lanka's development back. But now we've got clear frameworks for macroeconomic policy making, and they are embedded in laws. This is a major advance. And that's still in place. We need to make sure that this continues. On the growth side, we were going rather slowly in my view, and we were opting for incremental, very incremental movement forward rather than being bold and decisive, and being more ambitious in terms of the structural reforms which are necessary for us to put the economy on a higher growth trajectory. So that is still very much a work in progress, and we need to focus as a country to get the structural reforms going. We have not been good at structural reforms ever, really, basically, but now we need to get that right. And then we certainly can move forward on both fronts, both in terms of having a good platform with sound macroeconomic policy making and structural reforms which have improved the efficiency and productivity of the economy, giving us a higher growth trajectory.
Indrajith Kumaraswami sharing his insights on the current economic outlook on the CFEP National Economic Forum. Joining me now is Dr. W.A. Vijayawardena, former Deputy Governor of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka. So to begin with, given your experience, how would you assess Sri Lanka's current economic direction at this stage?
Well, I think Sri Lanka is moving forward in the right direction, and there's no question about it. Even though we had been hit by 2 external shocks, the Hitler cyclone and the Middle East war, which were beyond Sri Lanka's control, but still Sri Lankan policymakers are taking the right policies to take Sri Lanka forward in order to deliver what they promised to Sri Lankan people, the prosperity of the people within a single generation.
Now is Mr. Pasan Vijayawardena, the founder and chairman of CFEP Sri Lanka and the driving force of this National Economic Forum 2026. So to begin with, what was the key objective behind organizing such an impactful and timely important forum like this, especially at such a crucial time for Sri Lanka's economy?
Of course, the name of the forum is CFEP National Economic Forum 2026. This is the flagship event of Ceylon Foundation for Economic Policy Analysis, which is also known as CFEP Sri Lanka. So what is the major motivation behind the CFEP Sri Lanka? That is to produce economists to take the responsibilities in future economy. By the time of 2048, Sri Lanka is planning to become a rich nation. That means with the 100th anniversary of Sri Lanka's independence, we as a nation are trying to become a developed country in the Asia as well as in the world. But the thing is, in order to go for such a big target, we need to have 8% of annual growth rate in every year since 2029. However, when we are talking about this 2048 picture or 2050 picture, the responsibilities will be taken by the middle-aged people or adult-age people at that time. the people who will be becoming the main role players at the time of 2050, 2040 will be the youngsters today, right? So we should groom up, we should polish youngsters to take the responsibilities in future. So I wanted to establish an organization which will be grooming, which will be polishing the skills of the young people to take economic policy decisions by the time of 2040 or 2050.